Well, thank you for joining us here on Breaking Travel News. Your name and designation, please.
Adrian Thomas, Minister for Tourism, the Creative Economy and Culture in Grenada.
Right. Well, state of the industry is the theme of the conference. What's been the results for you in tourism in the first 6 months of 2025?
Well, tourism is one of the main pillars of the Grenada economy. Presently, while we are happy to get back to pre-COVID figures of 2019, 2024 was the year for Grenada and like the region also in regards to the increase in tourism. But in 2025 for the first 6 months we saw a little drop. Notwithstanding, we had a lot of activities in Grenada in 2024. We had Carifesta, Carifta, and then we also had the 50th anniversary of our independence, and that in itself boosts the figures in 2024. But we are hoping by the end of 2025 we'll see some new figures which will give us the set the benchmark in terms of how we go forward.
The strapline for the conference is one Caribbean, one sea, one people. So how does Grenada fit into that aspect?
Well, we have always been talking Caribbean, and I don't know if you know Grenada history, but T.A. Marisho was a guy that spoke about One Caribbean and Caribbean Federation, and we have been advocating for that ever since, and we still believe that the Caribbean at some time in the future will be seen as one destination in the world. That's what people talk about, and that's what they love, and I think Grenada is willing to advocate that we harmonize our tourism industry, we harmonize our legislation, we harmonize our tax system, we harmonize the whole question of getting a lift to the Caribbean, developing sea vessels. So really and truly one Caribbean, one sea, one land, one people is the ideal theme.
You mentioned airlift, and that does seem to be a dominating topic at this conference, and well, the lack of seats in many respects for people travelling into the Caribbean itself.
Well, yes, within the Caribbean is a serious problem, and that's why I'm advocating that we don't only focus on airlift, we also look at the opportunity to use the sea as a means of transportation, develop vessels that will carry us, because among the Caribbean people we are so unique that we have so much in Grenada that the people in St. Vincent and Dominica want and need, and there isn't just the means of transporting those stuff across the Caribbean. So the whole question of developing cargo vessels with good cooling system and storage facilities that we will, and once there is commerce, as I said in the interview, once there is commerce, the people will follow thereafter, and I'm looking forward to that.
That was a logistic theme at the panel you were on, which had a good response at the end of that. A lot of people have that synergy, and I can understand, because getting around islands is a fascinating way to explore a country, the Caribbean, like you can in Greece, to hop from one island to another. Of course, it's very hard here, isn't it?
Of course, it's a challenge, and it's something that we should really and truly work hard to. I will advocate from my end in regards to convincing my government that we need to lead in regards to getting these systems in place. So it will be a plus for the Caribbean people, and I think the Caribbean people, they are hungry, they are crying, and we are the leaders. We have to show some responsibility, take up the task, and make sure we satisfy them.
Let's move on to what you offer the tourists and visitors to the but first, what's the gateway for visitors?
Well, Grenada still remains, as I said, one of the best destinations in the Caribbean, in the world. Our landscape is fantastic, our cuisine, our food, our pristine beaches. We do have maybe the first sculptural park in the Caribbean, and we just established a new one in Carrico, one of our sister isles. We are big enough. We just put lights in our stadium, our cricket stadium, so we can get cricket. We are investing in sports tourism. We have a rugby tournament coming up. If you go on our Spice and our sister isles, we have a number of festivals there throughout the year, which I mean it's breathtaking. Yeah. When you go to Carrico and you see the tradition of our culture being manifested, it's fantastic. So we do have a lot, and traditionally, sea, sun, and sun.
Yeah.
We can't get away from that.
Yeah. And I've flown from London, so how could I get to Grenada from London, from Europe?
Well, we have direct flights from London. BA travels to Grenada. We also have British Virgin, Virgin coming to Grenada. So there, it should be easy for you. One stop, direct flights.
Direct flights. That's good to know. That's what people want. Direct
Pleasure,
flights.
of course.
So thank you very much for joining us on Breaking Travel News. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.